Up next in End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Little Spoon. This is an Oatmeal Stout by Gusto Brewing Company, coming in at 4.5% ABV. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review. Today we are looking at an Oatmeal Stout by Gusto Brewing Company. Now, I have spoken of Gusto before on this channel. I'm a big fan. In fact, I would say Cape May, New Jersey, where Gusto is located, is probably my happy place. And we were down there on vacation last week, and I was lucky enough to stop by and pick up some stuff. Now, I have never had their Oatmeal Stout before. I just haven't been lucky enough to be in the area when it was available. And I think I got really lucky with this because I'm pretty sure the keg kicked right after they filled this crowler up. Now, it is 4.5% ABV, and this was canned on 8/16, which was actually right as I was leaving Cape May to head to Longport, and some of those videos are already posted. Check them out. Now, I have kept this cold through a number of coolers and fridges, and it should be in perfect shape, particularly since Gusto does a great job on their canning process when it comes to crowlers. So again, you know, I'm not being paid by them. I do love this particular brewery. Now, when I can try something new for them, I'm really excited, and I'm really excited about it here. So let's crack this. And again, as is, oh, I cheated. Okay. As is usual, you know, you're getting a pretty hefty aroma right off the bat. Let's pour and let's see what we have. So this is pouring jet black, and I'm doing a crappy job. I never do well with the larger cans when it comes to pouring the beer. The great regret I have with this particular one is that I'm gonna have to drink this myself, which, I mean, I don't mind. Now, I think because of my crappy pour, I have a good amount of head there, but for the first time you can see this is jet black. There is a dark brown head, a good amount of carbonation. And, you know, again, I think it's because of my crappy pour. I always have a hard time with these particular cans, so I'm gonna let that head dissipate a little bit. Right off the bat, before I even get into the nose, I can tell you right now the bar is filled with that really nice roasty aroma that you get with a good stout. Now, I'm normally a high ABV stout, so for me to be looking at a stout that's down in the 4%, I'm actually sort of excited about it, because the downside to most of the stouts that I drink is you have one, and let's be honest, it's heavy ABV. You don't want to overdo it. You want to drink responsibly. And, you know, like, I would like to find more lower ABV stouts just so you can enjoy, you know, one and not have to worry so much about, you know, the impact it's going to have. Now, the head has dissipated quite nicely here. I don't really see any legs or any lacing on the glass, which I'm not surprised at 4%. We're talking a little higher than an average Guinness, but let's check the nose out now. This smells wonderful, which does not surprise me. You know, I haven't come across anything from Gusto so far that just hasn't really been good, even the IPAs. So, you know, to talk about the nose here, I'm getting that wonderful sort of roasty aroma that you get from a good stout. To me, it always reminds me of coffee, although I don't think I'm getting coffee here. The dominant aroma that I'm getting is actually dark chocolate, and I don't mean that sort of bitter dark chocolate that you encounter. This is like a really nice, high quality dark chocolate, you know, aroma coming out of this. There's also a little smokiness that I can't quite place, but I think, you know, the last time that I came across this aroma was a beer that was like literally a smoked wood type of beer, but you're getting sort of that smokiness that you get when you have sort of a smoked cocktail. Not a lot, just, you know, very little smokiness on the back end of this. It's really heavy roast on the front end, a lot of chocolate in the middle, and the back end of that nose, there's just a little bit of smokiness that I'm getting. So let's check it out and let's see, most importantly, what it tastes like. Okay, so what I'm getting on the front end is actually more smokiness than I expected. In fact, the way it tastes is actually sort of the reverse of the nose. I'm getting sort of that smokiness on the front end, and you know, this may be me, but that's what I'm picking up. I'm getting in the middle a huge amount of chocolate, not sweet, but sort of that dark chocolate, good quality dark chocolate in the middle. And on the back end, that sort of normal roasty, almost coffee type flavor that you get from a good stout is really subtle on the back end. But I have to tell you, this coats the mouth beautifully, and the flavor stays. There's no overly bitter aspect to this. This is very easy to drink. Yeah, this is very nice. It's sort of amazing though, because the nose is the opposite to me of what I'm tasting. Dead center in this flavor profile is that dark chocolate. But there's more smokiness on my palate and less of the roastiness that's there. And I have to tell you, this is a really nice, enjoyable stout. And the fact that it's low ABV, I think is really cool, because it's one that you can actually drink and enjoy. Now, I have this can here, which is rather large, and it is a little earlier in the day, so, you know, I can finish this, I can share it out, which is really nice. But this is a stout that you could really share with anybody. Now, I don't think Gusto has this on their website right now in cans, but the nice thing about Gusto is they do seem to come back and, you know, reproduce a lot of their beers, which is awesome. So, like, you know, it almost becomes a seasonal thing. I mean, quite frankly, I'm saving their In a Galaxy Far, Far Away out in my fridge right now, because I know May 4th of next year, they're going to be producing that particular stout, and that stout's high ABV, and I will drive down to Cape May and I will pick it up and I will do a comparison of the two. So I have no doubt that this particular oatmeal stout will at some point come back into the lineup. And I have to tell you, this is a really, really enjoyable, very accessible stout. I would not hesitate to give this to somebody who was not really a stout person, because it is one of those things that you can just sit back and you can enjoy it. I'm not getting an uncomfortable burn from the alcohol. I'm not getting any of that. The carbonation is just in a good spot, whereas it goes down, it sort of opens up that sort of roasty flavor on the tail end. Yeah, this is very, very good. So, you know, I can say I'm not surprised, considering Gusto has put out so many stouts that I've enjoyed over the past 3 years that I've been aware that the brewery was there. What's nice is there is that consistency there. The only pity is that it's 140, 150 miles from where I live. So, you know, like, as you look at this, if you are down in that North Cape May area, I really recommend you go and check out Gusto Brewing Company. That's North Cape May. They have a really nice, you know, tasting room, and they have a little outdoors that you can go and check out. And the staff there, again, I ran in there on the 16th and ran out really fast, and everybody who was there was so helpful while I was picking up my beer. And I was one of, like, you know, a bunch of people who was there, but you felt like you were being, you know, served directly by the 2 ladies who were behind the counter that morning. But to go back to the beer, if you get a chance and it's there, I would definitely try Little Spoon. As an oatmeal stout, This is wonderful as a low ABV stout. You can really get in there and appreciate it and not have to worry about, you know, it's sort of overtaking you as the day goes on. And I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna share this out with a friend of mine, and then I am going to spend a good portion of this evening finishing this up. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like, subscribe button. Love to hear any comments. If you have another oatmeal stout that I should try, love to hear about it. And I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.